camera is rolling.
Is that sound a problem, the construction?
That's how it is. Hi, good morning. It's CreativeMornings Helsinki, and today our theme is moments, and we have Tero Ahonen speaking. It's on the Design Museum. Come on in.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I'm about to tell you the stories behind 3 moments. And already I'm feeling I'm gonna tell a little bit too much. But let's go. Spencer Krug is a Canadian musician. He's a singer of Wolf Parade, and he's also known as Moonface. When we were finished with the album design, and he was living in Finland for a couple of years back then, so we needed to go to take some photos for promotional use. We had everything planned. We had the location, the style, everything was good. And that morning went great. Already around noon, I felt we had everything we needed. So that was a success. Around 12, I asked Spencer if he has any favorite places in Helsinki. So we went to Hietaniemi Cemetery. We parked the car. We checked everything was all right, hair, clothing, style. And there's a long, straight mud road going through the cemetery. So we started walking that, and this is in the middle of summer. The sunny day, the too many trees, too bright green. I wasn't feeling it. But you know, I was happy. We had a success already. We had the photos we needed, and so we're just walking there, and I'm like, yeah, well, it's nice to walk here. And Spencer was like, Tero, how do you talk with the birds and the animals? And I'm like, Spencer, I just don't know. And he's like, yeah, isn't it this easy? Just, and I don't know, Spencer, how to talk with birds and animals. He's walking behind me, and suddenly he picks up a leaf, and I'm very often using manual focus lenses, and with my camera, and so he picks up the leaf, and a bird landed on his hand. So, and that moment lasted for 2 seconds. I turned around and I took 1 shot, and that was it. And after that, I was shaking if I had the focus right, if I had everything right. So basically, even if you are not feeling the moment, the moment can change, or you can change the moment. The album is Julia with Blue Jeans On. It's a wonderful album, just vocals and piano. And after the shot, Spencer called somewhere in America that we need to use this on the cover, and the guys at the record label said, you know, you've been working on the cover for 3 months. Don't let's not change it anymore. It's too late. The moment that lasted for 2 seconds to a moment that lasts for a day. Mikko Joensuu is a fantastic Finnish musician, and he's been working on his Amen trilogy. The 3rd album is gonna come out this year. When we were taking the Amen 1, we had a day booked. Weather-wise, it was the worst day of the year. We wanted something light, open space, and that was the darkest day. And the schedules were quite tight, and we managed to get the let's say promo photos, but we definitely didn't get the album cover shots we needed. We had a chance for book only 1 day before the album goes to print. We booked the date, and that day happened to be, weather-wise, the best day of the year. And it was sunny, and that was a year ago in December. So it was cold, it was sunny, it was the best winter day you can imagine. So we went on the ice, but it was so cold that my hands were freezing. I was using film cameras because we had a dogma that for Mikko Joensuu's Amen trilogy I would only be using film. So my hands are freezing. I need to change the roll every 10 shots, 10 frames, and we needed to every 15 minutes we needed to go inside to warm up. It was -30. Jason, could you help me with these? So it was the perfect day, but the problem we had was that it lasted so long. We needed to go inside to warm up. The shooting was very, very slow. Every 10 frame I needed to change the roll. We were freezing. So basically the sun was setting, and we were afraid that again we actually gonna lose the light. But then, after all, the long shadows, basically the sun is just about to go down, and the long shadows was the one thing we felt fit with this album. I've had a phone call at night from my friend from a bar because they've been having an argument if the shadows are real or if I've been photoshopping them. I'm very glad about that phone call because I haven't done anything. They even said that there are no that long shadows in Finland. Okay, so from arranged moment, we go to spontaneous moment. Patti Smith was performing in Ruisrock Festival in Turku last year. My friend Olavi Uusivirta was playing on the same stage before Patti. So the band was hanging, they were sharing the same backstage. And I was hanging out with them at the backstage. And officially we didn't know this, but one of our friends who was one of the official photographers at the festival told us that Patti Smith had so strict rules for photographers that he has never seen anything like that. There were rules that only the photographers could only shoot during the first 2 songs, and then they need to leave, and the photographers need to be hand-picked, and no amateurish photos, no mobile photos, don't even go near Patti Smith at the backstage. She doesn't want bad photos of her. So we're hanging out there and I see Patti Smith going to her trailer and I'm to Olavi, I'm like, Olavi, Patti Smith. She just went, Olavi. And then Olavi goes all crazy. We need to do something. We need to act. We didn't even move yet, so they were the security, and they felt what we're doing, and they were already like, no way. And so Olavi had to come up with a plan. He needed a plan. So he needs to make friends with someone from the band, which he did. He went to the canteen, started talk with the guitarist Lenny Kay, and in 5 minutes, I see Olavi through the doorway, holding Patti Smith's hands, and he was like in ecstasy. And Olavi comes back and tells me, we have a photo shoot after Patti's show. Good. So after the show, we're hanging out, and Patti kept her promise. In about 5 minutes after they arrived from the stage, they start walking towards us, and Patti says, Olaf, it's time. Then they come to us, and Patti Smith tells me, she realizes I'm the photographer with the huge camera. She tells me, can we just shoot here? It's a shadow here and I don't want to be under the sun. So I ended up telling Patti Smith, no. No, this is not good. You know, the blue trailer and the shadow, and this is not good. So Patti, I was already thinking if we go back there. So Patti Smith turns and, okay, all right. And then she says, I just hope you're not taking advantage of me, which you already are. And I'm like, why am I here? What are we doing? Why? When I told the story to my friend, he said that he would have ran already. Well, I wasn't very happy either, but I didn't run. So we walked there, and so Patti Smith says to me, all right, is this good? And so I tell her again, Patti Smith, no. There's an ugly advertisement behind there. We can't do it here. So once again, all right. And then she goes there and says, we're going to take it here. And I agreed. Yes, let's do it here. We took the group shots with Olavi, Paddy, Lenny Kay, and the moment wasn't so nice, so I was trying to warm her up a little bit by showing off my film camera. So, Paddy, do you know this camera? It's it's great. It's one of my favorite ones. And Paddy goes, yeah, whatever. Whatever. And so I felt embarrassed, I felt awkward, no one was having fun. It was terrible. Somehow Paddy let me take 5 portraits. So I took 5 frames of her on her own. And here's one. Despite the embarrassment, I wanted to try my best. I wanted to do my best. I stayed focused, and I was prepared. That's that.